Alrighty, so we're back here on some more Warframe. I just remembered I need to turn up the volume. Always gotta do this whenever I start recording for Warframe, or really any game. I don't know why, I just typically have games on lower volume when I'm not recording, at least Warframe or Destiny, which we're on Warframe, but we're not talking about Warframe actually. Also, Weekly Reset just happened recently. Is there anything new in here that I need to yoink? Oh, think so. There are a lot of aura mods though. There's also a color palette, so might as well pick that up. I mean, it's basically free, so why not? And then I guess we'll just save the rest for now. Oh, there's this. I need this. I'm just gonna go ahead and buy one. I don't know how that works, but I'll take it for now. I need it. And rest is the usual. Okay. I think for now, though, we'll just still work on doing my Kuva Lich, or not Kuva Lich, Coda Techno site, because I still need to vanquish mine. But anyway, today's topic of the video, I figured we would actually talk about Destiny 2. Now, Destiny 2 was a game that I absolutely loved. It was pretty much my main game before Warframe. I kind of played them roughly at the same time, but for the past year, roughly, I've been just a lot more into Warframe, because really Destiny 2 is just not doing too hot right now. It's definitely not dead. You can't really say a game's dead when there still is a player base for it, but Destiny 2 is definitely not looking good, and it really has not been looking good roughly for about 10 months, maybe 8 months, pretty much ever since Edge of Fate. It's kind of just been on a downturn, and there's just a lot of uncertainty, really. But that being said, I do miss Destiny 2 a fair bit, actually, because I put roughly 4,000 hours, maybe a little bit more into it. I actually pre-ordered the game when it was initially coming out in 2017. Problem is, I played the game and I thought, yeah, this sucks. I'm gone. Later. And really, year one of Destiny 2 was absolutely abysmal. Like, if you're a new player into Destiny 2 right now, you'll definitely have a fine time. There's definitely a lot of content to get into. It's almost like the most complicated part is just figuring out what DLC to buy and like what the cheapest way to buy all the DLC is. It's a puzzle, really. They don't really make it easy to figure out which DLC to buy for, the best price. But at least content-wise, there's a ton to do, and it's all at least good content. But as I was saying, I pretty much quit Destiny 2 pretty much just around launch because it was not good. Year one was abysmal and just awful. There are some people that say, oh, year one of Destiny 2 was the best times. I don't know what you're smoking to be able to think that. Like, yeah, everyone's entitled to their own opinions. I definitely agree with that. But some opinions are garbage, let's be real. Is this mine? No? Okay. But then around Forsaken, I got back into the game because I really kept like kind of an eye on the game, or at least I was just like kind of listening to news about the game, seeing if Destiny 2 actually got good, because I did play a fair bit of Destiny 1 and I really enjoyed Destiny 1. It was great. So I was really looking forward to Destiny 2, and it was a bummer that it was so crappy on launch. But then Forsaken came out a year later, roughly. This is like September 2018, I think, and it was great. I still believe that the year of Forsaken is the best year of Destiny 2. And my reasoning for that is simply because the vibes were there. The community was there, really. Like, yeah, Black Armory, probably a little bit overrated. Yeah, you had the season of the Drifter, kind of whatever. Gambit Prime, not exactly too good. And then, of course, Opulence is still one of the best seasons in all of Destiny 2 history. But even still, like, during the Black Armory season, and also... Okay, this is actually mine this time. Did I get it? No, not a single one. Okay. Thanks for the pizza, though. Yeah, Black Armory and season of Drifter were not that good, exactly. Well, I mean, Black Army was good, but it was just maybe a little bit overrated. The weapons were definitely cool, just the activity was alright, but nothing more. But that being said, it was still just, I mean, you had so much to do outside of that, though. Especially if you were, like, freshly into Destiny 2 during Forsaken. You still had a fair bit of content to actually play, and a lot of, like, side missions to do, because you still had Curse of Osiris and Warmind to get through if you did not play them. You still had the Whisper mission to do. You still had 0 Hour, which was new for Black Armory. You had the Malfeasance quest to get from Season of the Drifter, which was still a pretty good quest, I'd say. There was just a lot to do, and really PvP was probably at its best during this time. I know that there was definitely a lot of really overpowered stuff going on. I mean, Bottom Tree Striker Titans with, was it one-eyed mask, that absolutely drove me insane. But people were at least playing PvP, and there were a plethora of them. There were casual players, there were hardcore players. It was a very mixed bag, which was good. So that's why I think the year of Forsaken is the best year, just because the community was there, the vibes were there. People were generally positive towards Destiny 2 at that time. I gotta change this, right? Okay, what this time? Oh, no, not that one. Computer Cop. I thought that said Corp. Then what else? Not that one. It would help if I... Okay, never mind. We'll go with the W and then soft save. Okay, those are new ones. And I've played Destiny 2 throughout pretty much all the years. I've always kept up with it, kept up with every expansion, completed every battle pass. But ever since the Ash and Iron update, which I believe came out in... It was either August or September of last year. I think it was August. It was maybe July, just somewhere around that time frame. I just have not played since then, so it's been about 8 to 10 months roughly. And honestly, I am kind of apathetic towards the game, but I also do miss the game, because really the gameplay of Destiny is great. I still really enjoy the gameplay of it, and I still have very fond memories of the game. Some bad memories, yeah, it's definitely a mixed bag for sure. It was quite a love-hate relationship, you know, like some crazy highs, but some crazy lows too. But I've been kind of missing the game ever since the Ash and Iron update, because I did not play during the Ash and Iron update, and I've not played since then, because really the content that's been coming out has not been too stellar really. I just miss having the game be good and actually wanting to play, if that makes sense. Because even though Warframe is a great game, Warframe definitely does lack difficulty, and I think Destiny does difficulty pretty well. There's at least more challenging things to do than in Warframe, and I still do love the first-person gameplay of Destiny 2. I've always been like a huge fan of first-person games. They're always what I've preferred actually, but at this point I am pretty apathetic towards Destiny 2. It's kind of hard to really actually... It's easy to want to play the game. It's hard to actually find stuff to do really, because even though I still have not actually played their Renegades, I own the expansion. I just have not played it at all because I don't care to. The problem, I mean, yeah, I can do that, but then after that it's kind of like, well, what else exactly besides whatever exotic mission there is? Problem is, loot is kind of just meaningless at this point. Destiny 2 has just been around for a long time, and without any sort of sunsetting, it's hard to care for any sort of new weapons that really come out. Now, that's not me advocating for sunsetting, because I don't think sunsetting is good either, because I think that it also makes you not really care for any sort of loot. Instead, you just feel like you have to get the loot. Instead of getting the loot out of desire, you get it out of need, really, with sunsetting. And so with loot just not really caring about it, I mean, that is kind of like a lot of purpose for playing Destiny 2 gone out the window. Like, yeah, you can still play to just simply complete all the new activities that come out, yeah, for sure. Outside of that, I mean, it's kind of like, what else would you really be playing for? I know you could kind of say the Warframe somewhat has a similar issue, because really there are a ton of weapons in Warframe, and I do not need majority of them at all. I pretty much have some of the best weapons already, but instead I get loot out of simply just kind of collection purposes. Seriously, none of them again? In Warframe, I get loot more so for the sake of collecting it, because I want to get to LR6 actually, or whatever the highest LR that I can currently get to without being a founder. And another thing with Destiny is that you don't really need any more loot once you actually have the best loot. Not even the best, just once you actually get to like a certain threshold of loot, because you get to the point where you can complete all the activities very easily. You don't really need to be more powerful than that. Like, yeah, any sort of new weapon that comes out, even if it's better than the current weapons I have, it's cool, but I don't need it. Like, my current weapons do the trick just fine. Then on another note, you don't even really need weapons in Destiny. Kind of like Warframe, abilities can really do the trick just fine. Weapons are more so like a procer. They're used for setting up abilities. So there definitely is a loot problem in Destiny 2, and that is pretty important, because loot is like a major pull factor of actually playing the game, at least outside of doing new activities. And really, I am on the train of Destiny 3. I would love for there to be a Destiny 3, and really I've had the idea for Destiny 3 for years at this point, because something that Destiny 2 lacks a lot these days is exploration. Even if a new planet comes out, yes, you can explore it, but it doesn't really feel that necessary to do so, or like there's much of a purpose in exploring it. Because if a new planet comes out, you explore it, what will you find? You'll find public events, lost sectors, and maybe some collectibles here and there. That's pretty much it. If planets actually had more to explore, like a Whisper of the Worm type of quest, then that would be more fun. Or like you could find a mini dungeon, something like that. Yeah, I gotta get Trojan Tractor and Worm Away. Okay, it should be one of these two. And what will I put on? I guess this, sure. So that's pretty much most of my thoughts on like why I'm not really playing Destiny 2 right now and have not been doing so for months. Loot, I just don't really care for too much anymore. And then, I mean, there's just not really any sort of content coming out. It's been a pretty dry period. We're not really supposed to get anything until June, and we don't even know how much we'll be getting. We don't know if it will actually be good. There's a lot of just uncertainties right now. On the topic of uncertainties, we're just uncertain about Destiny 2 and Bungie in general, because Bungie released Marathon. Yes, we don't know the full details, the full data. How much money did it actually make? Did it make a profit, etc.? We can only really do speculations. Like, we have Steam charts, which I know Steam charts is not, you know, the full picture, but it is at least, it shows at least the trend. And if, let's say, if Marathon is a failure, what does that mean for Bungie? What does that mean for Destiny 2? Just don't really know, because we've had moments in the past where Destiny 2 was not in a good state, but we at least knew there was a future because we had a whole roadmap. We knew like the next 3 expansions coming out, which helped a ton. Right now, we don't really know what's next. We don't really know what's beyond this year. And of course, Bungie is under Sony right now, so don't really know what that entails. It's not exactly going to be Bungie making the decisions, it's going to be Sony, and Sony's definitely going to want a return on investment for buying Bungie. We don't know what kind of revenue goals they have in mind. We just don't really know much in general. So all I can really say is that time will tell. For those that are optimistic, for those that are pessimistic, just simply wait. Even just a couple months probably. Like, we're probably going to figure out the future of Bungie and Destiny 2 by the end of this year. There's really no point in arguing about it. Just simply wait a bit longer. I gotta say though, I mean, I kind of respect those that can be optimistic in times like this. I used to be like somewhat optimistic, but over time I just realized that it's not worth it because it just typically leads to disappointment more than anything else. I mean, being pessimistic is almost better, because what's the worst case scenario for being pessimistic? The worst case scenario is that you are correct. The best case scenario is that you're wrong, and that's good, actually. You're met with a nice, pleasant surprise. Whereas if you're optimistic and that's just not met at all, you're just completely disappointed and sad and heartbroken. I don't really try to be either. I just try to be realistic, and being realistic right now for Destiny 2, I mean, it's uncertain. It is a bit worrying. It is a bit concerning, and we just don't really know what's going to happen. We can speculate all we want to. It doesn't matter. You can think one thing will happen and then something else happens instead. I mean, hey, there are people that were optimistic for X-Defiant and Highguard, and look at where those games are at now. So even though I'm a bit apathetic towards Destiny, I still do hope that it at least picks up and does better. I still at least hope for a Destiny 3. I think Destiny 3 really is the solution. It brings back exploration. It's a fresh start. It helps the new player experience. It helps the loot problem for at least a little bit. It's just Destiny 3 would have to be like completely fresh and new. Not, oh, let's put these things from Destiny 1 and 2 into it. None of that, please. But Destiny 2, I don't know when I'll play it again. I'm not completely drawing it out of my life. I'm just, if I have the desire to play it, I'll actually play it. I don't really have the desire to play it right now, and I miss having the desire to actually play it. And really, this just means like less competition for Warframe, actually. Warframe really does not have that much competition at the moment. I mean, there's always competition, because just games in general, even if they are not of the same genre, they still do compete together because they're competing for your time and your money. But like, the competition to Warframe was typically Destiny 2, First Descendant. I think that was pretty much about it. Well, Destiny 2, it does not seem like it's doing too well right now, and First Descendant is also not doing too well. Anthem died, so. But yeah, I think that's about all I've got to say for now. Just wanted to talk a little bit about Destiny, because I put a lot of time into Destiny, and it is kind of a sad relationship, really, because I enjoy Warframe for sure, but Warframe probably has not given me the same highs that Destiny has. I feel like Destiny has higher highs but lower lows. Warframe has been pretty stable, really, for at least the past couple years. Some people will say Warframe has always been great. I kind of disagree with that. There was definitely a dark ages of Warframe. Chances are you probably just did not play during that time. But anyway, that's it for now. So hope you guys enjoyed this little yap session, and I'll see you all whenever I do next.